3 fat quarters. I didn't have a lot of volume to carry much with me. So I got these, I got a spool of ivory colored thread, and I bought a little magnetic needle carrier and had about 5 needles in it. So that was my supplies. And so even when I got there, when I got to the space station and I took this picture of the fat quarters and I'm like, now what do I do with it? I had no plan whatsoever. So basically I just started cutting and working and found out that it is not easy to do. This is inside my sleep station and basically how I ended up doing it. I would just kind of brace myself with my back against my sleeping bag and my feet up, and it was pretty comfortable in there. And you can see on the wall, that's kind of where I hung all of the equipment I needed. And I didn't bring my own scissors, and the scissors up there are awful. They do not cut fabric well. And also think about, take a piece of fabric, take a fat quarter, hold on to it, and now try and cut it. Because that's what you have to do. In space, you can't lay it down. There's no rotary cutter. And so that was the biggest challenge for me, is cutting straight. It was so hard. And so like I said, I just started sewing pieces together, very random. And then I cut out a little 3x3 piece of cardboard and started tracing to make the blocks. You can see I have Ziploc bags in the back. This is kind of the start of what I was doing. And so while I'm doing this, I'm starting to build this, and I'm like, I guess I'll make a 9-inch quilt block, you know? And so as I was doing this, folks on the ground at NASA and here with the Quilt Festival were coming up with ideas. And they had brainstorming sessions, and they decided, you know, maybe they knew that I wanted to share this somehow, wanted to do something with it. And so they came up with this idea of this challenge. And they came up with, well, how about star blocks? And I was so lucky. And how about 9-inch star blocks? The very fortunate thing, I was building a 9-inch star block. And that was pure coincidence. And I'm very glad that they chose that, because one thing, it took me a lot longer to sew than I ever expected in orbit, and a lot of it was just my lack of planning. A lot of it was the difficulty in cutting, and a lot of it is I don't sew well by hand. And so all those things together, plus I didn't have the time I thought I would. Time went by very fast, and I just didn't have the time I thought I would.